The current Belgian national team has been given the Golden Generation label, and it's not hard to see why, fielding legitimate world-class superstars at several positions who are just hitting their primes. And take it however you like, they do sit third in the FIFA World Rankings, only behind the likes of Germany and Brazil.
These players now, they are important players at club level, very important footballers, and it's a moment of maturity that I feel. As a head coach, you always got that worry of the players, how much commitment they have towards the national team, especially in Europe. And I can guarantee you this group of players, they love coming and being ambassadors for Belgian football. So it's almost bringing all those aspects together, be a balanced team on the pitch, and then being able to grow in the tournament. It's essential that you grow in the tournament as a group.
Romelu Lukaku, Kevin De Bruyne, and Eden Hazard are the faces of this generation, and their performances in some of the world's biggest leagues speak for themselves.
And I could tell you about every player. They are outstanding at something. There is no such a thing as being good at many things. I think the difference that takes these players that you mentioned apart is that they are exceptional at certain aspects. Romelu Lukaku's got the exceptional ability of scoring goals. He's a goal scorer that when he gets in certain positions, the ball hits the back of the net. Kevin De Bruyne has got the best execution for a midfielder. From that vision, any midfielder can visualize a nice play. The execution of that play is what it makes the difference on Kevin De Bruyne. He's got the weight of pass. He anticipates where the ball should be, where the run will go, in a very dynamic way of playing, which is probably a modern footballer in that midfield area. And Eden Hazard is just, he controls that aspect of the 1v1 situation. There are not many footballers in world football that they take that pose when he's got a 1v1 situation. And he's not predictable at all in those actions. Kevin De Bruyne and Eden Hazard can win the Ballon d'Or just because they are players that constantly, they are developing, they are obsessed with the game. And I think when you've got the talent that they have and you got that attitude, you are called or you are named to reach that level.
Hazard and De Bruyne, because they perhaps haven't turned up yet in the World Cup or Euros before, I think this will be theirs. And as strong as the collective is, they'll be decisive for us.
In the modern football, you have to be outstanding at something and then be part of a team. And those players that you mentioned, they are exceptional at certain aspects.
But the talent doesn't stop there. You've got the likes of Mertens, Courtois, Alderweireld, Carrasco, Witsel, Vertonghen. They've all made a name for themselves at the club level, and this World Cup in 2018 could be considered the best window to get most of their primes to overlap. With that Golden Generation label comes a lot of weight on the shoulders of the team, and we've seen prime examples in nations like England that weren't able to put it all together, despite having the likes of players such as Lampard, Terry, Gerrard, Ferdinand, Beckham, and Rooney.
Well, it's a very interesting debate, still now. I think you'll see it a lot of times that there is a lot of people, a lot of football fans, and a lot of English fans that they want to ask this group of players, why did they not click in? And the reality is that there is not such an answer. It's just sometimes in football you got an opposition. You have to be a team. Individuals are the main ingredients of doing a team, but that's not a guaranteed ending on becoming a good team.
So is it fair to compare the talent of this Belgian generation to the Golden English generation? They do have a handful of some of the best players in the world after all, and with this group, they've only managed to reach the quarterfinals of the 2014 World Cup and 2016 Euros.
The only comparison is that they are important footballers at club level, important players that they come together into the national team, and that brings expectation and brings a lot of joy to the fans of those nations. But the journey of our footballers has been very different. I think the exceptional strength that I see in the Belgian footballer is the capacity of going abroad and becoming footballers and developing as footballers, but becoming very mature as human beings. It's not easy to play abroad. At a very young age, they left the comfort of their environment to become very important in very demanding football clubs and demanding leagues. I think the players are intelligent enough to understand that that's more the expectation of the country, that they follow the careers of the players individually. Remember, the Belgian footballer becomes an ambassador of Belgian football. But it is a responsibility. I don't think that should be an extra pressure for the player. And I think that's the way I see it in the team. They need to enjoy the football, and they shouldn't be in any shape or form cagey in any of the performances. Then otherwise we failed.
With all sorts of modern tactics and techniques implemented in football development, many are looking to the recent German reboot as the standard. The Belgian Federation and Top Flight look to be well on board with this concept, with their focus being on youth.
The biggest keys of Belgian football is that the Belgian Federation and the Belgian Pro League, they work together. And when I say together, it's almost sometimes sharing the same building, sharing the same resources, and almost having the aim of developing young players. That's the only thing that matters. I haven't seen that in England. I haven't seen that in Spain. And I think that's one of the biggest reasons why this group of players of Belgian football have taken advantage of the two institutions, or the two biggest institutions in football, working together.
Belgium just aren't a fashionable dark horse anymore. Everyone knows of the talent they possess, and this summer will be their golden opportunity to live up to the hype and prove their doubters wrong.
I think when you're involved in a tournament, you want to go all the way. And if you don't go all the way, then you need to analyze why and become better at the end of it and use the experience in the right manner. But I don't think that goes into a winning way of approaching a tournament when you feel that you will be happy just reaching a certain state. It doesn't work. I think our players, they understand what winning means, and for us, winning is just having real high standards, but doing whatever it takes to become a team.